What's up, Obi-Wan Kenobi? If Michael pops up like elevator mode like this,
name I've not heard in a
that would be
long time.
yes.
Who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows it?
What's up, everybody?
There you go.
You like that?
You should have popped up like that. Like,
I know, right?
What's up, everybody?
Happy Saturday, everybody. Yeah, I was just playing around with my little deal. I'm going to turn this off.
Had a great disturbance in the force.
You're playing around with your little.
Yeah, my Dejeric table. Is that how you pronounce it? Dejeric?
The jerk. I don't know. I just always call it hollow chest.
There you go. A lot easier.
Well, what's up? How you doing, brother?
Good to see you, brother. Good to see everybody on a Saturday night. Hey, I'm digging your shirt.
Hey, Jens. Thanks, Jens. I appreciate that. Sending them out. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm not wearing mine because I don't have one. So I mean,
wow.
Yeah, Evan and everybody has one, but I don't have one. But
wow.
But I do want to do a shout out to his lovely wife Nada, who helped design these dark side shirts. So yeah, help me with all the design stuff. Yeah. So we're getting all of our merch put together right now. So it's turning out pretty good. So
heck yeah. Well, cool, man. Yeah, I mean that Obi-Wan looking good, and that's where you used to have the Darth Vader, right?
It is. So Darth Vader was behind me right here, and we had Bespin Luke, which was standing upright, and now he's sitting down with Yoda. But I never liked the pose; it looked too much like a mannequin. But my buddy Mike at Madhouse, he just did I've mentioned him several times because he's done a couple of my things, but I'm real happy with the pose. He's on the Death Star, just pulling his cloak out. He senses, Vader's close, and it's just, I really, really am happy with it.
You haven't streamed from the gallery in a little bit.
I haven't. No, it's good to be back in here because I'm not in here too often. You know what I mean? So So yeah, it's really, really, really good to be in here. Just taking a little time and looking around.
Yeah. So what's been up? Well, let's say hi to everyone in the
absolutely.
Chat.
It's good to see you on. Hey, Scott.
Got Justin in the house. What's up, Justin? Got Brad.
What's up, Brad?
Joel. What's up, Joel?
Man.
Got Chris. We got Robin in the house. We got Darth Wizard.
Hey, buddy.
Got Armando. What's up, Armando? Armando's starting some stuff on Facebook. Posting some stuff for you, Michael.
Oh, does it have to do with the landing or what? Oh, that's hilarious. That's my boy, right?
You got Johnny in the house. What's up?
Good to see you, man.
You got Janine. What's up, Janine?
Thanks for joining, Janine. What's up, Pete?
Pete. Knuckleheads.
Oh, that's funny.
Throwing it way back.
Yeah, big time.
All right. You got
Eric. I miss the rivalry. That was the good old days. You know what I mean? We could look for it.
You got Scott. What's up, Scott? How you doing?
Good to see
LGP you, Vintage. We got who else? We got Jens. There you go. Hey,
good to see you.
Thanks, Jens. I'm gonna send you a picture. A couple model poses. Yeah. I might be shirtless, but is that what you wanted? Oh no, you wanted the shirt. Oh, okay, my bad. I'll send you.
I saw Eben all sporting his with his glasses on and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, mine. Maybe I might have to now. I'm gonna have to put some sunglasses on.
Funny.
Gotta look cool. We got Robbie in the house. What's up? We got PJ in the house. What's up, PJ?
Yeah, good to see you, PJ.
Marcel. What's up, Marcel?
What up?
Who else we got? Rad guitarist. Awesome. Hey. Well.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Thank you. You're awesome.
We got Sean. What's up, Sean? Yeah, and as people are joining, let's chat, man. So
totally.
I think first and foremost, and I know you're not super into it and like been keeping up with all the cartoons and all the shows. But did you watch the Bad Batch?
There's a new
There's a new
season.
series, yeah.
Oh no, I didn't even finish watching the second season of the Bad Batch,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I always liked that one. To be honest with you,
yeah. And this new like the first 3 episodes are out. They're
yeah,
really good. They're
really,
like very like just tame, like very story driven. Like they're like I don't know. I almost want to compare them to Andor. Like it's kind of like it's like a slower pace. There's not a lot of action going on yet. You're
yeah.
kind of understanding and learning like the cloning process and kind of what they're trying to do. Now, I don't
Mm.
want to give any spoilers, but that's I think you should watch it. It's actually pretty good so far. So
Yeah, there really hasn't been a lot going on that side of things of Star Wars, huh? When it comes to that, they're still always coming out with collectibles and everything.
yeah, they announced. Remember, they announced the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. There's that. They're gonna
I
try to.
didn't even know
You
about
didn't even know that? Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
They announced the movie.
I'm OG, bro. So
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't. I mean, what other the acolyte? I don't know how to say that.
accolades. I
Acolytes.
don't even know what
Uh,
it is. It's a new
it's
thing.
like a Sith. Like it's like a. It's. I think it's about the bad guys.
Uh,
Um,
gotcha.
we don't sound like
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 Star Wars Star
Star Wars
Wars.
gurus. Yeah.
Yeah, we're like the acolytes,
Well, it's obvious that I don't know a lot
electrolyte.
about. It's obvious I don't know a lot about vintage either, Gabe. I got another keyboard warrior, that watches my Star Killer 77 YouTube
Yeah,
and makes a comment that my Kenner Jabba the Hutt was facing the wrong way. I mean, out of all showing a complete Star Wars Kenner
yeah,
vintage collection and just having fun with it,
and you
somebody's got to make an asshole remark like that. And I want so much to just say something, but I
man,
don't. Just with my buddies.
yeah, of
But
course.
it's like, God dang, dude, are you kidding me? When I was a
Yeah,
kid, that's how I had it. That's the way I like it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So if I want my Java without the vinyl cape on there and just naked, that's the way I want it. That's how I liked it.
that's right.
All
That's
right,
right.
sorry, I'm going off on my. Yeah, I'm not drinking tonight either. So
We're gonna, yeah, yeah. No, I think I might just mess up the names just on purpose, just to.
yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna start calling it the electrolytes.
Yeah,
Electrolytes.
that's funny.
That Java man. I can't believe you, Michael. I cannot believe you put Java the wrong way.
I understand, and I should have apologized to the guy, but I just have too much going on to say I'm sorry. But yeah, and we won't talk about this too long. But I did fall in the rabbit hole of the Wampa. It was last minute, but I
Yeah,
did. I did.
you got it. Yeah,
Yeah, I just was back and forth, and I was on board from the moment I saw it. And then when you did your thing on it, I was like, oh, it's badass. How many in the chat end up getting the Regal Wampa? And if so, which one did you get? But I think he's almost sold out of the regular edition, right?
the sketch edition, I think, is
Yeah.
almost out. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
anyways, it's like I really didn't need that,
Mm.
considering we have a life size one.
Yeah.
But the lineage is really, really cool. So
Yeah.
I thought it'll make for a really cool display. So
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Like T2FI Legacy. Got the Legacy. Pete got the regular.
did
Who else? Um, yeah, I mean, I'm assuming so, and that's the thing, right? Like, I think like a lot of the friends and the circles that we're kind of in are probably the ones that are immediately going to buy it, right?
yeah,
Because that's what we collect, right? And I
yeah,
think there's going to be some stragglers kind of behind,
yeah,
just trying to figure it all out. Because I know Tom's been posting like Adam Savage, right? Adam Savage did one of those videos, and of course Adam Savage has millions and millions of followers, and I think that video has like 100,000 views. But out of all those 100,000 of views, how many people actually bought it, right? Like the viewers, his
Man,
viewers.
that's a perfect
You know
example
what
of
I'm saying? Like compared to our viewers, like our viewers
you would
are
have like there was more success, you know.
right.
Right.
I think it might have put more people over the edge, kind of seeing it up close, like
Yeah, for
I
sure.
did it versus the followers that follow,
Right.
that. But yeah, I'm very surprised it didn't sell out. I really thought it was going to sell out like that
Right.
same day, um, and yeah, I'm still kind of shocked that it's not sold out, but it should be. I mean, I think there's only like 5 left, so
Yeah, that's what I saw earlier. Huh?
yeah, so that one's probably gonna sell out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Um,
And thanks, Wizzy, for that comment, by the way. Absolutely.
do
Yeah.
back,
Hey, what's up, buddy?
yeah, yeah, it's still available in some of the retail
Thank you,
stores.
Marcel.
Yeah,
Yeah, gently massage.
yeah. But yeah, and so what's been going on? So how's the restaurant going
Thanks
this
for
week?
asking. Things are good, man. We're getting close. We do have a date, and within the next, I believe, by next Saturday, I can tell everybody what that date is. So
Nice.
we're
Okay.
still giving everybody a good notice.
Yeah.
We've been taste testing the different foods, and it's just we're going to start our hiring process March 1.
Mhm.
So excited about it. So things
Nice.
are. It's crazy that we're here, beer and wine license, starting to get ready to start stocking all the coolers and stuff next week. So pretty
Heck
cool.
yeah.
It's really cool though with that. Yeah, thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been
Our
what
our
is that?
future president of the United
Oh
States.
my god.
I knew you were gonna. I knew you were gonna react.
Okay, well we're laughing right now, Gabe, but I just want to truly know what the hell you have that cup in your hand for, bro. I mean, how did that come about?
we would,
Pay for that? Did you pay for, or is this because your daughter? I mean, it's your daughter's, right?
Michael. I am the biggest Taylor Swift fan
I
you're
knew
ever
it.
gonna
I
meet.
knew it. You got another channel. I bet you anything you do. Uh,
Taylor Swift fans.
man, I knew it. I knew
No,
it.
I no, we took the kids to that movie. She did the movie
Okay,
AMC, so we
nice.
took them to that, and we paid extra for the Taylor Swift cup and popcorn bucket. But it's like the best water cup because it's like a massive cup.
Yes.
Like it's a good water cup.
Hey, real quick, since we were just not finishing up
Plus,
on
she's gonna be on her
dude,
face.
let's change the subject, dude. We don't know
Plus,
anything.
her face is gonna replace Thomas Jefferson, I think, or no, was it Jackson on Mount Everest,
Oh,
right?
I believe
Or
that.
Not Mount
That
Everest. What's it
you know
called?
what? In these day and times, I would not be surprised. And if it
Mount.
was in the state of California, it would definitely happen. Hey, hey, so real quick on a serious note, uh, in regards to the dark side grand opening or the private opening that we're going to have,
Yeah.
we're going to be doing an RSVP. I need to know who's going to be able to make it, because it's going to fill up quick. We got the capacity of maybe 140, 150 people,
Yeah.
but I want to make sure, like, anybody that's in the chat that's bringing their families and stuff. I just wanted to know the amount of people and stuff. So we'll have the details on how we can get the RSVP from them. Okay. So we'll have that information put together soon.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that way you get also like because I think everyone's got to start figuring out like flights and things like that.
Yeah.
Where to stay, right? 'Cause
I
most
say
people,
screw it, dude. Let's just go ahead and go over that. Let's tell people what it's going to be.
the day.
Let's do it. We're going to do
Today?
it. We're going to do it right now.
You sure?
Yeah, it just puts on the pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Let's wait next week. Let's just give it a
Okay.
week.
All
Give
right.
it a week.
All right.
Just give it one more
All right.
week. You gotta make sure. You
Yeah.
got all
And
iron out all the
just so
details.
everybody knows, we're having $150,000 septic system installed that's going to our back condo. See, I'm building these auto condo, man cave condos in the back, and it's all got to flux together. And I just got to make sure all that's completed. And I'm very confident that it's going to be, but But yeah, I appreciate that, Gabe. I almost said it, but
No,
it's gonna
no,
be good. It's gonna be
no.
good. And
Here comes Gabe, the voice of reason.
I
Hold
know always.
no, Michael, don't respond to that comment. don't
Don't do it. Don't
don't.
do it.
I'm telling you, you're like it's like that Jay and Silent Bob movie where like they're getting all these negative comments, and at the end, like towards the movie, they're like knocking at the door, and it's like, hey, does Joe 617 something live here? They're like, yeah, he does. Come here, and like they go like beat him up.
That's funny.
Like literally gonna be looking for the people's handles.
Man, my big floodlights flashing, and it looks almost like there's maybe a lightsaber duel going on in the background, but it don't adjust your screen. It's my back, right?
Joel's like Gabe's like Lucy and Charlie Brown taking the football. And
I'm going to tell you something.
Michael was like,
Nothing pissed me off more when that chick took that freaking football away from him every single time. Oh man, it pissed me off so much when I was little. Talk about bullies.
oh man,
So, thank
that's
you, Pete.
funny.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
she kind of was. She was a little bee. Yeah, like now that I think about
Yeah,
it,
she was.
like to everyone though, right?
Yeah.
Johnny's like, "What are you, chicken?"
Mhm.
Nobody calls me chicken.
No, it's just a shit ton of pressure, bro, because it's
Yeah,
gonna be big shindig. So,
yeah. What's up, Evan? How you doing, man?
hey, we were just talking about you.
We were talking about you, Evan. Now we were
Evan,
saying because I got
Evan the model.
I got the shirt, and Michael said that you posed with your glasses. So I was like, well, maybe now I got posed with some cool shades. But my daughter already took my pictures, so I'm not gonna redo them. She's my new Kennedy's been starting to be like really good at like creating videos. Like she's like
Oh,
really good. She started doing like her little Legos, but like very she she knows how to edit them like
so
in a
is she into Legos?
yeah, well she was building we don't have too many Legos, but
Yeah, yeah.
recently they just came back and they had some. So she started doing like a little video of her
How that's so cool. How old is she?
9.
So look, I brought this over here to show since you're bringing up Legos. So Haley, she doesn't collect Legos at all, but she just likes to build them. She
Yeah.
doesn't care if it's flowers or what. But
Mhm.
check this out. She built this.
What?
Yeah,
That's so cool.
and the I wish she was here to show you guys how the wheels. It
Yeah.
has a couple different options. She made it the part 2 version
Yeah.
for you, Gabe. But yeah,
Yes.
the doors swing out and it comes with Marty and Doc.
Can
But
you lift it up a little bit more, Michael? I
oh
can't
yeah,
see.
I'm sorry. I'm
There you
sorry.
go. Nice. And it comes with the little characters. That's
Yeah,
really cool that she did that for you.
they're not. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is how it is. Check this out. So
Oh, what?
I
That's
know, isn't that
really cool.
crazy? And
Does
then
it come with like a little base or something to like
no, there's no base. But
that's really
I
cool
don't
though.
want to break it. But look at
Wow.
yeah, the details.
Yeah, and it's actually very detailed for being like Legos.
And I had to make sure it was accurate in the back. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very familiar with the back.
And you're like, let's take off this white thing
Yeah,
here.
Haley says she likes hers better than mine.
Yeah. See? Got good
I'm really
taste.
proud of her because I'm going to tell you, I would have thrown this son bitch against the wall so hard so many times, and she's got the patience to
Yeah.
not mess that up.
Yeah.
So
That's good. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I was never into Legos growing up. I think first because
I
my
wasn't either.
Legos were expensive and my
Mhm.
parents really couldn't afford them. Like, right? Compared to like one figure, compared to like a Lego set, like that's
Yes,
a big price difference. Uh,
yeah.
but yeah, I was never into Legos. Although you know what I just saw recently, somebody posted that like just like threw me back in time was a little gas station. it was like a little, and it had like a little slide, and I think it was like maybe it was like Playmobil. No, it couldn't have been Playmobil.
I had Playmobil. I liked the
Yeah,
Playmobil stuff.
it might have been, but it was like a little gas station, and then it had a little car wash. It was brown and
Hmm,
like I don't know, but it just like man threw me just back in time. It was
badass.
awesome. Oh look, Solo Fett builds a lot of big Star Wars sets.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I've seen that's the one that's what we got to get on the show. We got to get like a really
Oh,
good
well, we talked to member Steven's son
yeah,
was
Stevens.
really
Yeah,
big in that. He just, he's not big in, behind the camera or in front of the
yeah,
camera, but it's very talented.
yeah. Because there's a big I mean, that's a big community right there. Like there's a big fandom for Legos. In fact, when we went to Orlando, there was I maybe there was something special or something that day, but the line just to get into the store was like wrapped all the way around the shop. I was
Yeah.
like, man, I guess there's like special launches or something for certain
Mhm.
things. Yeah, there he goes, Armando. Oh yeah, Armando. It was a Fisher Price one. That's right,
Yeah.
Fisher Price. I'm gonna look for it now. Yeah, see it.
That's funny. Yeah. For when I saw Marcel, I know he's into the models. Uh, I was talking to Chris Ben where he's, really been real serious into the studio scale models, and he's an
Mhm.
incredible model builder. And they're kicking off next week. I don't know if this is premature to say this, but I don't think that he'd have a problem. I'm not going to show any photos, but they're putting out a kit next week of the Colin Cantwell Star Destroyer,
Oh,
and that
nice.
goes about it's about three, I don't know, maybe 3 feet long, and it's fantastic. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah.
Who's making it?
Um, I'm sorry, I don't know the guy's name. I'll have that guy's.
Is it the Simmons?
No, no. He's very talented as well, but no, it's I forget the guy's name, but he's the guy also came out with the McQuarrie, Joe Johnston, AT-AT
Okay.
model. I don't know, and then Chris made one with real true rolling tracks, tank tracks, and
Hmm.
he's building also right now, Chris, an incredible studio scale. I've never seen one yet. A studio
Mhm.
scale Java Sandcrawler, and the details of what he's doing. You don't know what the inside. It was obviously just a model, with a bunch of guts, wires and
Mhm.
stuff inside. But he's going the extra mile and creating the interior of the Java Sandcrawler. So
Oh wow.
yeah, it's
But like,
back. It's
but
back.
which version of it?
The studio scale, the regular Sandcrawler from A New Hope.
Oh, but it's like, is the studio scale much bigger than the one that everyone has?
Yes, like the Randy Cooper one that I
Yeah,
have. It's
that's
almost it's
scaled.
almost I'd say it's 3 times the size of that one.
Oh, really? I didn't even realize that. But I
Yeah.
guess it makes sense because I've seen them like,
Yeah, when you see like Lauren, when you
yeah,
see it by it, you can see this size of that thing. 'Cause they also you reused it for the special edition.
yeah.
But I mean, from when I very first met Chris, from where he started on making a few models to where he is now, some people that might even be in the chat might not even realize how talented they could be when it comes to creating. I'm not
Mhm.
getting all weird on Gabe, but Gabe, you're a fantastic model builder. I
Oh,
mean,
thank
the Tidarium shuttle, it's badass. I
you.
mean,
Yeah.
what the Tidarium, it was the Skyhopper.
The Skyhopper. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's a fantastic build.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, I think the R2, right? I think that's what gave me like kind
I
of the
couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it.
the confidence, I guess, to do it. Yeah, I thought about so they I got the Merlin Models shuttle, right? The
Mhm.
Tidarian.
Mhm.
But I paid for the like fully painted one and like built and painted. But like it's been like almost 3 years now. So like I'm getting to the point and the kits are starting to ship. So I'm like, man, maybe I should just switch it over to the kit and then just do it myself.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't, especially the shuttle. Like, I don't know if it could be that crazy complex. You know what I mean? It's not like the Slave One or something like crazy. You know?
Speaking of crazy, I don't know if I could get that. I should have got the freaking video and sent it to you, but I had a gentleman reach out to me from Modeler Magic,
Yeah.
and he lives in Australia,
Hmm.
and unbelievable talent.
Yeah.
And he's very kind. But anyway, he reached out to me, and I'd love to make it happen. I
Mhm.
just don't know what the logistics of getting it over here,
Yeah.
bro. It's a the wingspan is almost 7 feet on a Tidarium shuttle.
What?
Yeah, and they go up by themselves. It's badass, dude. I wish I could have sent it to you.
So is
Um,
it's like better than the ones that like we've seen with like
I've never seen one, and he's very modest when he's
yeah,
talking to me, but he's interested in you know anyway. But and
yeah.
he also built it. He said it's not to scale, but he built an almost 5 foot Falcon for opening a premiere for I think Force Awakens.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I wish he lived closer. That's for sure,
Yeah, yeah. Because imagine shipping that
dude.
across the pond, man.
Yes, yeah. That's the thing is how is it gonna you
Yeah,
know
isn't it going to survive across the Pacific or Atlantic? I don't know which way it's going to go, but
yeah. Yeah, but that's the issue is the shipping it to here. So,
mhm.
but yeah, I wish I could.
Marcel's saying he really likes the flashing lights behind you, like the
Yeah, it's driving me nuts because it's in front of me and flashing.
oh, you see, because you could
Yeah,
see
it's
it.
right here and it's flashing. It's weird. It's never done
No,
that.
but behind you too, like
Oh, the flashing light. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. Yeah, that's actually Sean Sides built those. Those are screen accurate.
oh, nice.
Yeah, same parts that they used in the film and everything. But what was I going to tell you? So on that the Cantwell Star Destroyer, you're gonna have to build your own. You got to do the greeblies and stuff
Yeah,
on there. So, but I'm looking forward to it because Jason Eaton's working on the Cantwell Y wing,
yeah.
and as soon as that's done, I've got a
Are
Cantwell.
you?
Yes,
Oh,
well he's building. I'm dibs on it for sure.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's just a matter of when he
Yeah,
gets it done. He's
yeah.
been working on the McCrory Falcon for Joseph.
No,
It's badass.
yeah.
Second one that he's built. Yeah.
Oh, I've been seeing pictures. I definitely
Yeah,
have been
that's
seeing
what it
pictures.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason's. I mean, he does such crazy cool
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Joseph, Joseph needs to set up. He needs to set up his collection before he gets any more stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh,
I'm not gonna get a fight going here, but it's kind of.
speaking of Brits,
Oh, I was getting ready to talk about him.
there you go. He heard it.
I was
Here's
talking
the
about
ring.
an unfortunate situation of somebody that I ran into that I posted. When we were talking about hoarding and how awful that really is, and this person just brought up Joseph.
Who did it?
I'm not going to get things going, but I would never say his name, Lee. I'd never try to get Lee in trouble.
That's funny.
It was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to tell Joseph, dude. Joseph,
I mean,
Joseph will laugh, but it pisses him off.
yeah, like that's why Robin's like define hoarding. Yeah, I mean, look, at one point, right? Like, yeah, like what exactly? Like, how do we define it, right? Because I think a little bit, we're all a little bit hoarders. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, you can't deny
And
it.
you
Like,
guys, I'm just going to say it straight up, but like you and Lee are kind of, I don't want to say anything worse than, dude, I mean, you guys go pay storage to store empty boxes, bro. That's,
well, I stopped that. It's in my garage now, but
oh, okay.
yeah, but but yeah,
I mean,
um,
who does that? I mean, but it's like the money that you save, you know,
yeah.
and
Look at Brad.
this old man told me something that I was buying something today, and he says that the biggest fear that he had is, he would always tell his wife what he paid, but not what
Oh
he
yeah,
really paid.
yeah.
His biggest fear was when he died that she sells it for what he said he paid for it.
I've seen that meme.
Have you heard that? I've never heard that before.
I've heard that.
I had an 80-year-old man tell me that today. It was
Yeah.
hilarious.
No, yeah, that's why now I tell Andy like exactly. Like I'm like
Oh
this
man.
thing's worth that and this worth that. Although you know what? What see what Brad said? Like
Dude, it's so true too.
we hoard until we
I'm just
own our
hoping
own
that for
pizza
that
place.
2 minutes that Haley might be watching with Denise that she's not reading that, Brad. Thank you. But,
Um,
it's funny because everyone thinks that, and it's probably true. You
no,
know?
and you know what I think what it is, and Robin was asking like to define it. I I think what as collectors what defines is that you get an attachment, like an unnecessary attachment to these things, right? Like it's one thing to have attachment because they have like some meaning from your childhood and all that. But it gets to the point when you start collecting and you're just collecting to collect, but then like you can't let go of them, right? Like
Yeah.
you just can't sell them. You can't.
Yeah.
So, and that I think that's when it becomes hoarding, right?
So
Which I've caught myself a couple times like that, where I'm like, why do I have this? Like, I got to get rid of it. And then I'm like, no, but what if I want it later? Like, what if it, am I
I think
convinced?
that we should have like since collection wars. I think maybe once a month we should have like a doctor or something, a psychiatrist maybe on our show. But
Uh,
I'm very guilty. I'm
yeah.
always saying, "This is it, though. I'm done. I'm not, after I get this. There's no
Yeah.
more." You know.
Yeah.
And like a perfect example, and I'm sorry, but the Wampa,
Hmm.
I got a life size Wampa.
No.
I why do I need that Wampa? But I
Yeah.
have to. It's like I don't know why.
Yeah. It's like
But
the fear of missing out, right? It's the FOMO.
yeah, it's crazy. It's really a problem. And it's shitty because it's like
It is.
Denise has got a problem too with it.
With the Barbies.
Yeah, it's like she can't. It's it's going to start. I tell her she gets bothered when I say it, but I'm like, your room's going to start looking like shit because it's got so much stuff. I know that's terrible for me to say, but it was so clean, like walk through, and it's still very nice, but
No.
it's getting to the point where it's like too much in there.
Well, that's it, but eventually it all gets that way, right? And again, I think it was. I mean, think about it. Think of it. It really. I mean, if you didn't have the pizza place, you probably would have still got a lot of that stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest. Besides, like maybe like the back to the car, which
Yeah,
we're gonna show some cool footage right now.
yeah.
Like a lot, but like the Wampo's still there, the Vader's still there. Like you'd still
Thanks,
have
Gabe. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
Terminator. Where would you have put it? Right? Like
Yeah,
you would have
I know. I would have built another place here.
you had to. Like
Yeah.
there's no right. So yeah, man, it's one of those things that like again, I look at on my floor and I'm like, God, like I gotta at least put them away. Like at least put them in the garage and just oh well,
Yeah.
they're just gonna sit there.
Yeah.
But like something about it, I can't because
Yeah, I was shocked the other day when you were even considering closing up your window. I was like, don't do that.
no, but
You're not doing that, right?
no, but I need space, man. I really do.
Yeah. Well, build the garage into it.
Yeah,
Build it in the back.
it's full of empty boxes. I can't do
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, but you're right though. But I tell everybody that everything in the restaurant was commissioned for the restaurant. So
Yeah. You know what I was thinking though? I think we all need to have like all collectors, just everyone that collects. No, no, no. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Pete says it. Addiction loves company. Like
Yeah.
misery loves company. That's a fact. That's why we're all, you know.
Making a case like I'm defending. No, 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 no. But what we should have, I think all of us, every single one of us, you should have like a collector buddy that your family knows because here's the thing, right? Like, God forbid something happens. Like let's something happens to me and my wife needs to go through all this stuff. Like who does she contact?
Right.
Right? She'd have to obviously she'd contact you, Lee, trying to figure out like the prices if they're gonna sell, if they could sell, right? But like,
He said that they gave it to him every time.
but
They
I'm
gave it to me.
right, but I'm serious. Like I think like just out there, there's like think about like it was unfortunate like when Brian Ono passed away, right? And of course he's in the in that community EFX. He started EFX, But like, think about all that stuff that he had, right? Like all the stuff that went up for auction. Like, that's probably the smart way to do it is through an auction. But like, who prices it? Like, who finds the boxes? Who find, and that's,
Yeah.
it's one of those things that like, probably it's hard to think about, but I think every single collector needs to have a will buddy, that
Yeah.
says like, all right,
It's just a bad thing. It's like getting life insurance. It's just like making a will. It's just kind of a
yeah,
tough deal. But yeah, that my
it's
poor
called,
wife, it'd be very overwhelming for her.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like Sean says, it's called a will, but no, no, no. I'm not really talking. Well, I guess yeah, you could if you put in the will, you could say, hey, contact that person to like help sell and help evaluate,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like because I think that's at the end of the day, that's what's that's when it's going to have to happen. I
yeah.
just think it's like there's I'm sure there's collectors out there where it's like you know let's say they don't have like an immediate like a wife or like siblings or someone someone that's close by, right? Like and something happens, what happens to their collection, right? Like it's
Mhm.
just gonna some random family member is just gonna be like, oh well, let's just sell it. That's kind of what happened with, remember my story with the Millennium Falcon. Remember I
Oh
told you
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a very similar story, right? Where
Remember that?
it was an attorney and he passed away, and then all of a sudden now like the daughter was trying to sell some of his stuff, and one of them was the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
And when I saw the price, I was like, this has to be a scam. Like these things sell for like 8 to 10 grand. Like there's no way. Like it was under $2,000, and I was like, there's no way. And yeah, and then once I started talking to him, I realized kind of what was going on, and it just it's probably unfortunate, but unfortunate for me, I guess, because I
Right. Yeah. Damn. So you're saying that you took advantage of it?
no, no, but I did tell them like,
That's only
look,
worth $250. I mean,
yeah, no, 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 no,
I'm
I,
gonna
I
give
made
you three. I'm gonna give you 350 though.
no, I paid them full price of what they wanted. It was
Yeah.
underpriced, but I wasn't gonna just be like, hey, like here's more money. Like you want that price, I'll give you that price. But what I
Hey,
did tell him is that look, I showed him my Star Wars room and I told him I
yeah.
was an attorney and all that stuff. And I did tell her like, I was like, look, I mean, I didn't know your dad, but it looks like he likes the same stuff. And obviously, like we're both attorneys and all that. And I was like, I'm if that Falcon was gonna go to anyone, I'm sure he would have appreciated that it goes like
Oh, 100%.
me. You know what I mean? Um, and then she did, and she started crying, and it was a very touching
Yeah.
moment there when we were exchanging the Falcon.
Yeah.
Um, at
Well,
first I was
like, didn't you say like you didn't know if it was gonna fit in the car or something?
yeah, yeah, I was real nervous about that. We were like putting it in there
Yeah.
because when I got the ATAT, it didn't fit in the car. So we drove to Vegas because I found one at this like comic shop that they were selling it, and it was a great deal. So I was just like, all right, we're gonna go get it. Like I'm gonna go get it. If you guys want to come, but I'm gonna go get it. And my wife's like, yeah, let's all go. So we took the kids. They have their car seat. Oh, actually, it was just my oldest daughter, or my oldest daughter, and my 9-year old. But she had her car seat. So we go and we put our bags because we're gonna spend a couple of days in Vegas while we're there. And then when we get there, we try to put the box in the back and it was an SUV
Yeah.
and it didn't close. And I was like, oh
I'm gonna get
god,
some.
I don't know.
This bitch is going home.
Yeah, well, no. What I thought about doing was leaving them in Vegas, and then I'm not joking. Like I was gonna drive back because it's like about a 6-hour drive from San
I'm in
Diego.
a hotel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we were gonna stay there already. So we
Uh,
were, yeah, they're gonna stay. So I was like, I might just drive home and then I guess come back and pick them up and then back. But I was like, so what we ended up
yes,
doing.
we do, right? That was early on too. That was like a big purchase too.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That was probably the most I had spent on a Star Wars like replica, to date back
Yeah.
then. And but yeah, no, what we ended up doing is just like pushing everything like to the front, all the bags. My oldest daughter was just holding all the luggage and like
Yeah.
I was like, sorry, we gotta
Hey, lucky I didn't leave your ass back there. But
right.
be careful with the box.
I
I
know.
know you. I know. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, there you go. I told my wife to reach it to you guys if something happens to me. I don't want her to get robbed. But
Yeah.
and that's what I'm talking about. I really think so. I think that's a big part of this community, right? Is that I think we need to have that, just to help out, right? Like to just in case something were
Or
to
would we be robbing her to get a good deal for our shit?
right. As long as we
I'm just kidding. Hey, do you guys think that this thing would look cool with a lightsaber lit right here? Wouldn't that be kind of cool to have a like the blue?
yeah. What kind of saber is that? A Roman, one of the Roman sabers?
No, it's actually a, a built one, just a regular. I'm not real sure.
It might
He
be Roman. The Roman sabers are really good. Like
yeah.
it could be because the Roman ones you could actually get it. I think you could get it installed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it'd be cool to have that on there.
And Brad's like, F that. I'm taking all my shit with me.
Exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the yeah.
Right.
We have a lot in common.
I gotta pick. I'd have to pick one helmet to be like, all right, which one am I gonna go with? I'll be wearing it.
Yeah, right. The McQuarrie
Right.
badass.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know we've talked about this a long time ago, but just to downsize, I don't know that I want to. I mean, I'm just need to know that we are definitely getting older. I don't like to, because Denise is very practical about that stuff. And the thing about Denise, even though she still keeps continuing to buy Barbies, there was a lot of stuff in the 60s and the 70s and into the mid 80s
Yeah.
of outfits and stuff. So that's where she's at. She pretty much has everything, but she's just,
Big.
some of the outfits are $600-800 for an outfit. So she's just, it's the hunt now, but she's not buying other shit. She's just doing Barbie where like me, and it's different.
And that's where it gets dangerous, right? And like,
Joseph.
yeah. But I mean, look, you're not too far away from Joseph either. Don't. You're not getting away that. You're not getting off that easy. Because look, I
Poor
mean,
Joseph, he can't even defend himself tonight.
I know. No, but I mean, Joseph's more of a pop culture collector, and we know
Yeah,
that. Like that's
yeah,
his thing.
absolutely.
Like he loves pop culture and he collects everything pop culture, which is hard because there's so much right out there.
Yeah,
But I mean, yeah, like you're collecting Star Wars, Terminator, Back to the Future, like
yeah,
I mean, what Battlestar,
yeah,
Indiana Jones, like I
yeah,
mean, you're out there getting it.
yeah. I know. But the cool thing is, it's going to be for hundreds of thousands of people to see. You know what I mean?
True.
That's my justification.
That's your justification.
I'm sticking to it. Hey, and I just picked up from Lee. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
Hey,
Steven.
we were just talking about Legos and your son.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So, but I was going to say, I picked up from Lee the
Oh
statue
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
that I'm excited about.
yeah. That one should be really cool.
I was a
Um,
little nervous because Lee's pretty particular, and he's like, "Hey, I'm selling
yeah,
it. You want to buy it?" And I'm like,
yeah.
"What? Why are you selling it?" He goes, "Ah, it just doesn't do it for me." And I'm like, "Great."
Yeah.
You know, what I mean?
I know. Lee was like, the nipples are just not accurate on Luke.
That's because that's how he is. He's a good guy. So
It's like the nipples are just not that accurate
yeah,
on the Princess Leia. So get rid
this is a
of
family show, Gabe. Do you mind?
the oh yeah, the family show. Just like Hooters is a family restaurant.
That's right.
We just went today. Me and my partner for my law firm. We grabbed lunch really quick, and we call it the Mexican Hooters because it's like a seafood place, but it's like obviously all the girls are like dressed, you know, really really tight, small outfit.
Twin Peaks.
The what?
Twin Peaks. What are you
No,
talking?
It's like a Mexican seafood restaurant.
Oh, okay.
But like this restaurant is like known, at least here in my hometown, that
It
they use
smells like seafood in there, or
now part of their incentive
uh,
for like the girls to stay working there for a long time is that they would pay for their boob job.
uh,
So and that was part of their contract.
oh.
So yeah, it's definitely we call it again the Mexican Hooters.
I thought about participating in my restaurant and calling it Bulges, and I would just
No, I thought you were gonna
girls
say
coming in.
I thought you were gonna talk about the like waitresses or something. But so
Uh,
yeah, are you gonna do uniform? Yeah, what's going on with that? Are you
yeah.
doing
Hey, you look a little red in the face there, Gabe. Right now,
what kind of uniforms are we talking about here?
I love when we get the whole
Are
chat
they
laughing.
gonna are they
Just
gonna
a
be
lot
all
of people
dressed
laughing right now. Uh,
little Star Trek mini
yeah,
dresses?
yeah. That we are. It's going to be classy. Sorry to let a few Lee down.
Like
And stuff.
classy, like what? Like a black vest and like bow
No,
tie
no, no.
classy?
No, they're going to be shirts like V-neck shirts. You know, no, really. Uh,
It's a seafood restaurant. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
Man, it's crazy. Yeah, but it will satisfy both sides of the spectrum.
No. Okay.
So,
All right. All right.
uh,
Dude, Illuminati. Thanks for that comment. But that's see, I actually I appreciate that. I like that. I like collections that are different. You know what I mean?
I met a guy on a plane that collects menus.
Yeah. See,
Yep,
I love
menus.
that. And that's what we need to do. We got to start getting more
Yeah,
collector like different stuff because
yeah.
we tend to stick with like Star Wars and stuff like that. Like,
Listen, I'm not kidding. Another one that
mhm.
I met, and it was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
You think I'm not kidding? Barf bags.
What? Just
Barf
for
bags,
airplanes?
like the different type of barf bags. I swear to Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that person told me that. Yeah.
I mean, did you know that the what's his name? Drax. What's his name? Somebody help me out. The actor that plays Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy. Um, what's his name?
I'm not real
He,
sure.
he was an old. He was an ex. He's a wrestler. He was like a WWE wrestler. Anyway, so he collects lunch boxes, like
Oh,
the tin lunch box. Dave Bautista. Thank you.
yeah,
Dave Bautista has a huge, massive collection of lunch boxes,
that's cool.
and but I mean, and that's like I was all about that. Hold on, let me see. And he has them displayed so cool. Look at, let me see. Well, actually, not that cool, but here
Okay, wait a minute, Pete. You collect. Um, I never knew that hockey gloves. Wonder if you actually, if they were vintage from the '70s, if you have the hockey glove that they used for the sidelines. Did you know that they used hockey gloves for the sidelines?
look at, he has like a whole little collection room. But look, he collects lunch boxes. Look, he
Oh
has
no shit!
the $6 million man ones. Like,
We need to get him on the show.
right? Like, dude, like how cool that is. And he's
That's
all proud of
amazing.
them. Look at, he has like the Lone Ranger ones, and they're all just like old vintage one. Look at, finger to the throat means death. I don't know what that one is, but
Hey, that dude in the fun, one of the funniest movies, Stuber, when he's driving that car and he's blind and he goes in that big hole. Who put that
look at,
hole there? I mean,
look at
just
this. Look at that. You see this?
yeah.
Like how? Let me bring that
I've
up.
got
See
a
if,
couple lunch boxes, but
do
not that,
you?
just a few. Yeah.
Let me see if I can bring that up. Look how cool this is. I mean, like it's stuff like that I appreciate so much. Look at his collection, right? And you wouldn't think like this like big tattooed ex wrestler like mega movie star would have this, right?
Hey, and to Sean on the beer cans, I actually went and got old vintage Coors beer cans from the early '80s for the ET display at Darkside, and they're expensive. They're like $25 a can. But I remember the pull. Remember the pull tabs? I used to make little neck. I used to collect those. You'd see them in the parking lots at the
Yeah,
convenience stores. The little aluminum tabs.
yeah.
Remember?
Seth Green and John Stamos. Yeah, the Matt. I knew that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I collect. I as a kid, I collected random things. I collected dice. So any type of like little different dice, like small ones, big ones, like the ones from big. Anywhere I'd see dice, I'd collect those. Collected rocks. Collected coins. I collected baseball cards, comic books. Like it was just. I've always been a collector. You know.
Mm.
Um, that's why. But now I know myself. Like even like my wife today, or today, yeah, this morning actually, they were at Disneyland, and she saw that they were selling these new like Disney cards, and she's like, "Hey, there's like these limited edition cards. Should I get some?" I'm like, "No, no, that's dangerous. Like mm-mm.
Yeah.
Because you go down that rabbit hole, and all
Mm.
of a sudden, Sean." He has probably 1,000 beer cans. That's
Yeah.
really
Crazy.
Armando
That's
says, Billy Beer, president. Oh, nice.
huh.
Yeah, and I mean that's the cool thing, I mean, like collecting what you love. And
Yeah.
then and again, sometimes we forget that. We kind of focus so much on Star Wars and focus so much on, on certain franchises that we forget that people collect crazy things.
I think what sucks is when you get something and you don't you're just like, oh, this is really cool, but then you don't even think about it after that. It's just like that. That is me a lot of times, and it's like, holy shit. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
just so many
that's
cool
that. I don't
things.
like that. Yeah, like collecting and then just storing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but there are a few people out there that do buy and then they end up selling it and then getting something else. But I guess when it comes to if it doesn't do it for them anymore, then they move on to the next thing.
yeah,
But I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I don't think I could. I mean, I don't think I could. There's any other franchise that we can collect at this scale, though, right? Like, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't mean scale like 1 to 1. I mean like the size of like
Mm-hmm.
massive collection, right? Like think about like Steve Sansweet, right? Like Ranchobi one. There's nothing else out there that you can collect with that much volume, right? Like
Yeah.
so. It's definitely we're definitely in the right I guess franchise for collecting, and that's where George Lucas was. That's how he's brilliant. I mean, yeah, he made Star Wars absolutely great, but like where the genius comes from is just how he did the marketing of the toys and like you know
Yeah, nothing's taken off and marketed like that.
nothing. Yeah,
Nothing.
and nothing's ever, and I don't think anything could ever be like that. Like it's like this crazy phenomenon, right?
No. This guy Joey. I wish we had him on right now. The Padawan collector. He's been every
Mhm.
once in a while. One of his Instagrams pops up, and he's a great talker. That guy. He's really good in the vintage. He's really good for vintage
Mhm.
collectors out there. But he was talking about why he thinks are the original trilogies the best
Mhm.
Star Wars in the franchise. Is it
Mhm.
it was 4, 5, and 6 the best? You know,
Yeah.
and I'm like, absolutely. You know what I mean? And he's like, well, why are you saying that? Because it's from your time, but his movies come
Yeah.
out afterwards that are better. No, no.
The problem is that there's nothing to compare it to.
Yeah,
There's nothing. So like even like let's say, all right, the whole Star Wars generation that grew up on the prequels dies off. And now it's like the prequel generations on.
yep,
Even so, like there's still like I think even the prequels are gonna be like, hey, those original ones were the best. But the problem is that there's no other fandom that you could compare that to. I
hmm
guess maybe besides like, yeah, like Armando said, like Disney, right? Like the Disney fans, because they could compare like, oh, like I grew up on that original cartoon. and now they're doing like a live action, right? Like, I guess maybe that's the closest thing, but
Mm.
there's no other franchise like it.
Yeah, it's going to be like our younger generation, like our Johnnies that watches our show, that carry that on because I don't know, man. Once legends like me die off, I'm just kidding. When this is gone, it's like nobody like the what do you call them? The prequels? Is that what you call them? The prequels, right? The, and I say this respectfully to the prequel gurus watching.
You get canceled right now.
I know. With all due respect, this is nothing but respect. I don't believe in my heart they were still excited and obviously they are love it like we do. However, I don't think they had that same. They could have experienced that same feeling that our generation did because it had never been done before. So, a lot of people that saw the prequels, maybe some of them were young enough, like 6 and 7, and it still did it for them. But I mean, we never saw a ship flying through space, and
I,
different planets and
I
aliens.
so I'm gonna the only thing I'm gonna disagree with you on that is that I have a feeling that the prequel fans are gonna be more passionate about Star Wars than we are, and here's the reason why, because I think for a lot of prequels fans, it actually connected them to their parents because their parents were already Star Wars fans
Mhm.
taking their kid, and it was the first generation of like Star Wars fans taking their kids to watch a Star Wars movie. So those little kids are gonna later in life they're gonna associate Star Wars with like this bond with like whichever parent was like a Star Wars fan. So maybe there might be even more attachment
Yeah,
to
but there
the
was still a lot of attachment with the father or daughter and their parents in 1977. It's
yeah.
just, I mean that I mean the dads and even maybe a few of the moms were living in their kids in the 70s because these toys and shit. Holy crap, and they liked them. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
hear like what I hear. Hang on, I hear a lot of people like my generation like that come in and recognize my Star Killer 77. Oh, you got that collection. My dad loves you. So, like you're saying right now, actually, I'm remembering right now. I had a couple come in that have been dying to come in and see Dark Side, and they kept wondering when we're going to open. I said, "You want a sneak peek?" So I invited them in, and when I was showing them around, they're like, "My dad is going to freak." I remember, and she got emotional. She's got teared up because she's like, "My dad still has all of his figures. I mean, he's not a collector like a lot of us in the chat, but he still has his original shit." And that's what I hope happens with Dark Side. That when people leave there, that they go home and whip out their baseball card collection, or their old Star Wars collection, or
But that's what I'm saying. I think like, and I mean, yeah, look, even though like me and we're a couple years apart,
hey,
I think it's still like we
you
still,
old bastard, you can say it.
still grew up in the same general like time frame. And what I'm saying is that
We both had cars and stuff. Yeah, I get it.
we grew up with electricity in our car and in our houses, and microwaves.
Yeah.
Okay, no, but what I'm trying to say is that again, like that's a great example, right? That like younger kids right now, their parents were actual Star Wars fans, where as opposed to like my mom, my dad, yeah, sure, like they bought me stuff, but they weren't Star Wars fans like we are Star Wars fans.
Yeah, no.
You get what I'm saying? Like that generation, like that boomer generation.
Hmm.
I mean, it's rare that you're gonna find an old man that's like, I loved Star Wars when it came out. I was 42 when that movie came out, and I became the biggest fan, and I bought everything. Like
Yeah.
it's far and few in between, right? But this new like the younger generation, now they're gonna have some of them, even like the younger generations are probably gonna have two generations of Star Wars fans. Like their grandpa was probably a Star Wars fan, their dad, and their are like down, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So just I mean, just like you're like I think like like my oldest daughter is 21. Let's say she gets married, has a kid. That kid now all of a sudden has right like two generations of you know, of
Yeah.
Star Wars fans. I'm sure that same for for yours, right? Like
You know
your
what sucks with me? I've got 5 kids, and not one of them,
this is
one,
the first fan.
it gives a shit. It's crazy. It's absolutely blows my mind because
No.
some of them are a lot like me, but when it comes to none of them have that like. And I say this they're my kids, but they maybe have a creative mind in a different aspect of things. But like I'm like really creative with things. I like to build big things and make things
Mhm.
visionize and make them happen, and
Yeah.
envision things. And I don't. None of mine really have that drive. That you know,
Yeah, well, maybe in their own way, right?
Yeah,
Like you said,
exactly.
like
Yeah,
it's just not the same. Like
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Haley wants to be a doctor, and she loves reading books on germs and weird shit like that. I
yeah,
don't get it, but that's what she loves to do.
yeah,
But I'm very, very happy in my little world. So I'm
yeah,
really glad. Sometimes even though my dad was never in my life, I just sometimes, if he could just see how much, I mean, we were a lot alike in a lot of ways. So
yeah,
it's crazy, just in different things.
yeah,
But we're both being into models and stuff. He was just in a different type of models. And
yeah. And that's what I mean. Like there's there's going to be different types of collectors, and like you're mentioning, right? Like your dad, yeah, building models. That's something that that you appreciated. But again, with the Star Wars fandom, there's it's this whole new thing, right? I mean, it really is
yeah,
relatively new. So
I wish so many times I had the opportunity to go and work in his monorail factory when I graduated in '88. And I just remember him telling me stories about him and Walt Disney
yeah,
hanging out together, and smoking cigars and
yeah.
just the stories. It's crazy. It's
So
just
look,
I always wonder where I'd be if he would have been in my life, on another level or
yeah,
worse.
or maybe not though. Like
Yeah,
that's you got to remember that. Like
I was motivated on because of it. My mom's struggling owning, working at a bar and being gone all day and night, coming home at 2, 3 in the morning. And I mean, all I did was I was into my Star Wars, and I know
yeah,
it's just nerdy, but I was into like, I want to be a movie director. I'm going to do this. I'm going to, you know,
yeah, yeah. And I think that's where I think me and you have that also in common because that was like that's how I was. It was like you're a dreamer,
yeah,
right? And I think
yeah,
that's the difference. It's like
big time.
you dream these big dreams, and it's like that's
Yeah,
how I also wanted to be a movie director. And in high school, I would carry my camera around everywhere,
that's awesome.
everywhere, and like I wanted to make it. So that's why for me, like making content, like doing like like little videos and here and there. I get a kick out of it. I love the editing part of it, and I just like I get really into it.
Yeah,
Uh, just because I always want to do that. And then I was like, now I'm gonna be an actor. And I tried that for like a year, and I
remember,
was like, I didn't like that. I hated that. I hated
yeah,
just
I
waiting
did too. I
around.
did the same thing.
Yeah. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a musician. And then I started a band, and I was like, I'm gonna do music, and I'm gonna be a rock star. And then after the rock star thing, I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Let me go back to school now. And
I'm going to be an attorney. That's
yeah,
crazy, right?
right? Like out of just nowhere, I was just like, oh
That's
no.
not
First, I
easy.
was like, I'm gonna open up a business, a tattoo shop. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know anything about it, but I'm gonna do it, and I do it. And so I think that's
yeah,
where me and you like, you say something, and you're like, now I'm gonna do it. Like you
yeah,
put pressure on yourself to do it.
yeah. There's so many people that want to do things and they just never
It's
do
scared.
it. They're scared. Yeah, and then to the younger ones that are watching us, it's never too late. It's never too late. I always look at like if I wouldn't have left LA when I moved to LA, I got to work on arachnophobia. I met a lot of modelers and got to do a lot of really cool things. But I hated LA. When I got back home, I always wonder where I would have been if I would have stayed. Because no, seriously, I
No, Lee,
accomplished.
I'm laughing at Lee's stupid comment.
Oh, okay, because I had a lot of opportunity in a short amount of time that I lived in LA, in the film industry, but I just didn't like the environment. I wanted to be back in Texas, and when I
Yeah,
got back here, dude, I just at 22, I got back because I left when I was 20. I got back here at 22, and Never worked for anybody in my life. I just did my own thing all the way. You know.
Did you
What's
see?
the thing saying that?
No, did you see Solofit's comment before we get to all the other ones?
Oh yeah.
That all his kids' friends are like, "Oh my god, look at that stuff." That's the same way I am. I'm sure that's probably how you are too. Like, where like my daughter's friends are always like, "Oh my god, like what is
Yeah.
that?" Even like when I'll drop her off in like my Camaro, like the Bumblebee, and like she's like, it's kind of embarrassing because then everyone starts looking. Everyone's like, "Oh, there's Bumblebee, there's Bumblebee," and I'm like, "That's cool. Like, what do you like about that?"
Holy, you're such a
That's
dick.
David. Yeah, it's David. That's how I was laughing. Yeah, hey,
I've never heard of that before. That's pretty fucking funny though. He's so dumb.
yeah.
What's up, Dan?
What was Lee? Not a knucklehead.
Oh
What did
man,
we used to tease you, tease Lee
I
about?
gotta watch my words.
Yeah, she did tease me into becoming a traitor. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think just an asshole, right? Was that right? Was that it, Lee? I don't.
Just a cocksucker? Oh man.
Oh, that's what he got mad when you called him that,
Oh, he did. He
right?
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna be mad at me later now. I didn't do that.
It doesn't translate in British the
Yeah.
same way. Yeah,
No, it's Welsh.
Welsh.
Yeah.
No, what did Andy call you, Lee? Walish? No, Walian. You're a Walian.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Oh man. So
Lee loves his Crocs. Do you, Lee? You wear Crocs? I actually have a pair of Crocs. I hated them for a long time until.
hey, I just gotta say that a face for radio, I've never heard that in my life.
No, you never heard that one? Yeah, stupid Lee
Oh man. Oh, that guy, dude. Holy shit.
loves his Crocs. You wouldn't wear Crocs, Lee? I got a pair. I got actually two pairs now. I got a pair of white ones and a pair of green ones. What are
Oh,
you, what are you laughing at?
it's just funny how he said that. Yeah, that guy's so.
We got this going on.
Prepare to make the jump to light speed.
They're getting closer.
Oh, yeah? Watch this.
Watch what?
It's a class. It's always a good show when we kickstart the
Oh
Millennium
man,
Falcon.
for sure. Damn it. Jeez, what else was I gonna say? There's something I wanted to say.
I don't know. Oh, Lee, lost all respect. I have a feeling that's been lost a long time ago, Lee. You're probably already like fucking Gabe, sell out.
We better simmer down, dude. It's gonna might go south. Damn.
Play the flute next. You know the flute is lost. I have to redo that video because it was on my old computer.
Oh no. Oh man.
I still don't. It's like this, Lee. I don't get the Green Day thing, but
Hey, so are you off that subject completely? Are you not into the action figures, Star Wars action figures anymore?
yeah, I am. Yeah. I haven't got a new one recently, but no, I still like on eBay. I'm still always just
Are you buying like
scrolling.
one and two onesie twosies or not?
Yeah. That's kind of how I've been doing it. But honestly, I haven't bought anything in the last like couple months. So,
Gotcha.
but yeah, that really is something that I still want to do. Like that, I got to focus on that. But
Yeah, get a case for it. So what about any more models? Are you interested in any more studio models, or not necessarily studio scale, but just models in general?
yeah, so I think as far as it goes now, I think it's Shuttle Tidarian's next, and that thing's big, right? That one's
So
I think
you are going to build it? You're going to build it?
no, I'll probably just wait for because I already paid for it, like for it fully built and all that. So
What's the status of that? Are these is this legit? Everything's good?
I don't know, man. It like I said, it's been 3 years. I mean, they shipped out the ATATs. They shipped out the uh, what are they called? The um,
That at?
no, yeah, they shipped out the AT-AT, but no, the
C1?
Princess Leia ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
The
they
Tantive
shipped that out, and then yeah, the blockade runner, right?
blockade runner.
Yeah, they shipped that out as a kit. And I guess the shuttle's next, but I don't know, man. Like their communication's pretty shitty.
I don't
Um,
even know how they can even. I'm not saying anything negative against them, but
yeah,
I'm just talking out loud because I know other people
yeah,
that I just don't see how they can commission the builds.
yeah.
That many of them. You know what I
I
mean?
yeah,
When EFX did that with the Star Destroyers, oh, what a fucking.
yeah. Yeah, Sean. No, I've reached out to him and I've been in contact with the a couple of them, but they always just give me the same like, oh, soon, or like it's coming, maybe next month, maybe like it's been 3 years now. So,
Man,
um, but whatever. We're used to that kind of stuff.
yeah.
And but yeah, so the shuttle Titanium, that one's kind of the first one up. And then I want to do all the TIE fighters. So the interceptor, the bomber. I need an X1, and then I think that's it. I mean, I really don't. I can't think of any other one that I would want because I really only wanted to do the Imperial ships.
So if it say anyone,
Oh, and Slave One. But the Slave One I pre-ordered the MYC Slave One. Oh, and the Spice Runners Cloud City. I ordered that too.
oh, okay,
Yeah. So yeah, there's a bunch that, and I don't know where they're gonna go. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah, oh yeah, there you go. Exactly, Lee. I I mean the shuttle for sure. Like I think I it's gonna go right in the middle. So like where the Wampa is, the shuttle
That's
is
so
gonna,
unbelievable. You have that already. So golly.
so it's gonna go like the shuttle's gonna go whoop whoop, right? And then I'll probably do the slave one on this side, and then I'll probably just like the TIE fighter there, and then maybe the TIE bomber right above it, or the X1, and then above it I'll start putting like the interceptor, and then maybe the bomber at the top because there's a smaller space. But
I love that ball speeder.
yeah, and again, I don't want to like move that out, but
Yeah,
I mean it's gonna have to probably. But actually, the ball speeder I might put out in the house because it's such an obscure Star
yeah.
Wars thing that
I
like
agree. It's a very rare piece.
it looks normal. I'm on the wait list for the shuttle. For the kit or the fully built one, Sean? I'm turning to Joseph. No. I'm just going to start cycling stuff through. That's what's going to happen.
Mm.
Dreamscale has a katana.
This is what we do.
I did see that. I saw that they're pre-ordering that. Let me bring that up. Have you seen that, Michael?
No.
Let me see if I could find it.
Dream scale.
Yeah. So they're doing. Let me see. Probably on Facebook, right? I mean, that's probably like. Let me see. Sorry for the silence here for a little bit.
You're good. You're 100%.
Dreamscape. I can't find it because, of course, it's like Katana comes out with a bunch of Star Wars swords.
There's another auction getting ready to come out again too in there.
Yeah, there is.
There's some pretty cool shit like some Superman shit in there.
I can't find it. If anybody has it, do you mind posting it in the Facebook group? And then that way.
Yeah, that's
You're gonna
crazy.
build the kit. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about doing the kit, but again, it's already paid. Although with Merlin, I don't know what's going on over there. Um,
Just find out though.
I mean, I did. I email them, and every time they're like, everything's fine, everything's fine. You know, it's like literally like Han Solo, like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, how are you? Yeah, we're good. Yeah,
Yeah, fine. How are you?
yeah.
So did you did they say initially what the time frame was going to be on it? Or
I
no?
mean, they've been saying it was like last year, and then
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, even before that, and then they said like, I don't know, I'd have to pull it up, but
Mhm.
they were saying like they're shooting for May of last year, and then it got pushed to like October, and like, yeah.
Look, let's see if you can see this. This is pretty cool. Hang on.
Wait, can we show? Let me show since I have it. Let me show your the video from the restaurant.
Okay.
I'm just not gonna play the audio though.
Okay.
This can't. I mean, this is really cool.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, here we go. Go back in time.
Yeah, so we got the smoke deal hooked up. So that thing just crashed into the walls. That's so legit looking.
Yeah.
I mean, from Jens doing all the fake bricks, I did all the black painting. That's all real brick, creating the courthouse
Mm.
and all the found parts. I mean, that thing is, I
That
just
looks
can't even
good.
believe it, dude. That is just, look at that thing.
Yeah. Night.
Yeah, that's so badass. I can't even believe it. We
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. Yeah. That came out great, man. That's so cool.
Yeah, let's see if this will come through to you, Gabe.
Yeah. It is. It is. And especially because they're expensive pieces, right? I mean, it's not like it was just a couple hundred, it was like thousands of dollars. And it is scary. Yeah, absolutely, you're right. And again, look, there's just never know when you pre-order stuff, right? In our world, like, just never know. Real, yeah, it does. Um, and yeah, look, and it's happened before. Other companies, bunch of different companies, licensed and unlicensed. Runs on the RPF that don't go through, and they just keep the money, or like. So I mean, it's a thing, right? Um, I hope not. Like I think I think they're sending stuff out, and like, I mean, they got a big endorsement by Adam Savage, and there's a lot of eyes on them.
On
So
that thing.
yeah, yeah. So they did deliver that, but yeah, like it's like a year later, and they haven't really delivered anything else. Well, I guess the blockade runner, right? I think those kits are starting to arrive. So, but
Yeah.
it's, again, and I think that's the one thing about Michael, right? MYC, that is different than most of these other you know companies, is that he's very consistent, and it's like he's very on top of it, and it's like a machine, um, which is good, And again, there's a lot of aftermarket demand for his stuff. So
Yeah, and you can count on it getting it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's one thing you can definitely count on it. I think his stuff is fantastic. I really do. I just there's not very many people that would
Mhm.
even know the difference between a lot of that stuff than some of the stuff I have. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah,
in comparison from a studio model actual kit,
yeah.
resin kit
Yeah,
versus the
Yeah, like the polystone versions of that.
I
Yeah.
loved his Sandcrawler with the
Oh,
background.
the
And everything.
diorama base. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I collaborate with him quite a bit on measurements and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
cool to see the finished
I
product.
missed I missed out on it. By the time I saw the email and remembered, it was like sold out. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah, I think he did it a couple. I liked his X-wings. You
Yeah.
could get two different. I like the X-wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, and we'll see what else. I know he's coming out with the Falcon too, right? Like that's gonna.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He might have shared a picture. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Did my pictures I sent you come through or no?
They're coming through right now.
Yeah, one of them's the Viper, the Battlestar Galactica, and he told me he actually might did a Viper. I don't know if he sold them or what happened, but he came out with a studio scale. This Viper that I'm sending you a picture of, it's over
Mhm.
2 feet long. It's huge, and it's all kit bashed. It's all resin kit. It's pretty cool.
Let me see. Let me see if I could pull them out. I'm just gonna download them really quick.
Yeah, I think it just went through.
Yeah.
So I might get a saber that actually lights up.
Lights up for that
So
one?
it'd be pretty cool, just sitting there lit.
Yeah. I mean, I think you should. Because the Vader didn't have one, right? Or did you have one in the Vader?
No, it doesn't. Mm-mm. I put that bitch behind the glass, and I don't have a saber in there.
All right, here, let me bring this up really quick. Wait, so who made this that you just sent me?
Salzo, Mike Salzo,
But for who?
for me.
Oh, this.
This was a picture that was sent a couple of days ago.
Oh, is it big? Is it like a bigger scale? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like 2.5 feet. He's
Oh.
working on it right now. Sits all the interior cockpit lights.
Damn.
Yeah, that's about spans over 2 feet, about 2.5 feet. Look at the tape. You can see the scale by looking at the blue tape
Yeah.
underneath it. It's
Yeah.
huge.
Damn. But do you already have? Don't you already have? Or is it just a
Yeah, but
small?
it's a studio scale one, but this is a bigger version of it.
Was there this? Was it?
I love this shit.
Was this scale used though in the?
No.
No. Okay, so it's custom for you.
Yeah. Yeah, he's made a couple of them. He sent one to Mark Elkins, and
Yeah.
Mark's doing one in his own way. But this one has aluminum, like brass engines or something. I think he told me.
Nice.
So it's really cool. So yeah, it's a really cool one. And then that other one I sent you, he just finished that studio scale snow speeder. Can you believe out of all of the snow speeders I have, I didn't have an actual studio scale one.
But because they're big, right? Aren't they?
Yeah,
Isn't
they're
the
big.
studio scale big?
Yeah. Yeah, when I saw one in person at Kurt Kuhn had a couple of them, and I was just like, "Holy shit, it's badass." Yeah, look at the detail of the face on that. Yeah, that's badass right there. That's studio scale. And those flaps are electric.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if you could zoom in on that, but the faces on them, they're accurate.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy, man.
pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, and you saw the X-wing, right? This 6 scale X-wing.
Is it complete? No, we haven't seen
Oh,
it.
he's about to start painting it, so it's
Yeah.
badass. That thing's huge. I'm gonna do a really crazy little. I was thinking about just hanging it in dark side, from the ceiling. But
What size is the snow speeder? Sean's asking.
that one right there is studio scale.
So it's like
What the size is, I'm not sure, but it's
Like,
a
you know, like-
studio scale.
2 feet or something like that, maybe.
No, it's not that big. It's
Oh.
it's probably about, I'd say, like span. It's probably about, if I had to guess, probably about 16 inches or so.
Okay.
If you've seen the Master Replicas one, it's a little bit bigger than that one.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm looking.
You still have your master replica speeder, right?
Yeah, I didn't sell it because you told me not to.
Do
So
it, dude. Don't do it.
yeah, I won't. I'll
Yeah,
keep it.
I love that one. That was actually one of my first models, Gabe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the master replicas one.
yeah, before I got any of the bigger, the
Yeah,
real ones, I
yeah.
think that was an
I mean,
incredible.
it's a great looking model. I mean, did Jason Eaton do the paint up? Yeah, right. He did the
I
master, I
think
think.
he did. I think he did.
Yeah, I think he might have done the master for that one for the AT-AT.
Yeah.
There's
You
some
saw
other.
what Salzo did to mine. How he cut the top off, and I had it completely repainted, and then he put little guys in it.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
yeah,
Yeah, I love the models. But on this six scale X-wing, can you imagine me doing a Dagobah diorama with that?
yeah. That'd be crazy. That's
I'm
huge.
I'm gonna do a Yoda hut in there. You know,
Yeah,
I'm gonna completely redo the one that we have that Sideshow came out with. Hey,
yeah.
by the way, did you see Gabe that Gentle Giant on the 12-inch
Are they
G-Pro
coming out with?
figures? Huh?
Are they coming out with new ones?
They came got a new one. So the last one was Lando Skiff,
Hmm.
and now the next one is Slice Noodles.
Oh, nice. So they're gonna just do all of them.
I guess so. I guess, but that's the one that they're actually. Didn't they have the Max Rebo, or did they have all three of them like a
Yeah,
prototype?
yeah. I think I took pictures. Let me look for it. I took
You
pictures.
did, dude. I forgot about that.
Yeah, let me find it. Hold on.
Was
I
it with
think
Max Rebo and stuff too?
yes, and I think
Wow.
it was at Comic Con. So let me find it real quick.
I don't know. I think it was where I was. No, maybe it was Comic Con, huh?
Yeah, I think it was. It was. Yeah, because I remember they had them
That's right.
behind.
They had that in the Raiders figures. That's right.
Well, yeah, and then remember the little mini the R2D2. Remember?
But you got me.
Yeah, and they
Yeah,
had all the future ones like behind that. So that's the only reason I remember. But I have
that's
pictures of it. Let me pull it up.
dude. That's
Oh, and they
bad.
had Lando. Yeah, Lando too was
That's
another
good.
one.
Yeah, I don't have that one yet.
All
I've
right,
got the General Calrissian.
here we go. Oh yeah, an 8D8, 8D8. Yeah, 8D8.
Oh,
Here,
they're doing him too.
yeah, here I found them.
I forgot about that. Oh, badass.
Hmm.
Oh, look at that. Very cool. Yeah, so they have her right now as a pre-order.
Oh, it's weird that they wouldn't do them as a band.
I know, dude. I don't get it.
Yeah,
Probably because it's too much.
maybe. Yeah, how much are each one?
They're like $89. Badass.
That's where I got.
Yep. Yep. I've got mine right here. That's cool about 8D8.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I think those are the only ones that I remember seeing.
Man, you pulled those up quick. Badass.
Is because now I this computer's linked up to all my photo, like my iCloud
Yeah.
library, so I could bring up pretty much anything
Pretty
real quick.
quick though, huh?
Yeah, yeah, because I could just search by date and I kind of know which. Oh, well, actually, speaking of studio scale snow speeders, like remember these? They had Leia's or Carrie Fisher's snow speeder, but the mini one. Remember? I think I showed these on the.
Oh, okay. And real quick, let me just say something for Janine. And I'm sorry when you were asking what's the size, I didn't realize you were talking about like 124 scale or whatever. So I apologize for that. Janine, so studio scale, that it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a 124 scale. When they say studio scale, it's the scale that they actually use that particular model to shoot for the film, you know. And the
Yeah.
funniest thing is I've talked. I don't care how many of these really into these studio models think they know. Lauren in the hotel room told me that they did not go over.
Yeah.
They, yeah, they just happen to be like the 124. They didn't do it that way on purpose. Like The
Yeah.
Rebel transport wasn't studio scale,
Yeah.
or the medical frigate wasn't
Right.
124.
I bet you the only ones that probably you can get close to it are the ones that they use the little pilots in it,
Yeah,
because then the pilots are from models, right? Or like
Mhm.
race car drivers or
That's
whatever.
right. That's
So then that's
exactly.
probably the only way to really scale them.
Yeah.
And so probably only the TIE fighters are probably, and not even like the TIE bomber is not. So like,
So like the things that were not 20, like Slave One is 124 scale. Um, Sean said that the snow speeder, he says 124. I don't think it is 124.
yeah, I think that one's a weird.
Yeah, but the X-wing, the Tie Fighter, um, yeah, the twin pod cloud car and the A wing and the snow speeder are pretty much the same scale, but the B wing is a smaller scale. I forget what that scale is, but it's weird how that all works. And also, I remember when I was getting these things commissioned at the beginning, it's like, do you want them studio scale accurate? Do you want them, so does that mean do you not want glass inside the cockpit, because they didn't use glass in the cockpit because of the glare from the lighting, so they wouldn't use. A lot of you that might not know that all the ships that you see in like especially Return of the Jedi is a great point. X-wing and New Hope, there's no glass in there. It's just
Yeah.
because of the glare. But I would always say it. I just want it like a studio scale. But I wasn't real. I like them beat up looking. I want it looked like a Rebels ship. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? All brand new looking,
Yeah.
like Star
I,
Trek.
I like see I like on the TIE fighters, I like the glass on, like on the window on it, but I wouldn't get them with the window, of course,
Yeah.
but I kind of like it because it makes it look like real, right? Like makes
Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
that's how it would really look.
Yeah. Didn't
But
I think NYC made it an option? I think
yeah, you can
without the
choose
glass. Yeah.
with or without, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so every time I've ordered something, I'm like, no glass.
Yeah. 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 It's pretty cool.
So, yeah, the preview night. I know I gotta figure out. Brad said he might be able to get a ticket to go to that preview night. And yeah, it sounds like Anthony Daniels is auctioning off some more of his stuff, because they already had a big Anthony Daniels one.
Yeah,
Remember
they did.
when
Mhm.
the head and like the hands and all that. Like we saw Gus Lopez got
Yeah.
the hands, right?
Yeah, I bet Gus is going to be in on a lot of that stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I'm just telling a lot of you guys, don't waste your time, because
yeah.
he'll, if he wants it, he's going to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. Oh, and did you see we didn't really talk about it, but did you see Regal Robot is putting out a new indie
Yeah.
prop?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? I got
I
you.
mean,
I mean, I know. I'm sorry.
it's from Temple of Doom.
Oh, it is.
We know that because of the picture. Yeah.
Mm.
So, I mean,
Is it cool?
my
Are
favorite.
you excited about it?
I honestly I haven't seen anything yet. So.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's Temple of Doom. I'm gonna be excited. That's my favorite indie movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I understand.
So,
Hey,
but yeah, I'm actually really excited that they're continuing to put out those props, and then there's a maquette coming out too. Like
what?
Like the following week, I think.
Oh, you mean a Star Wars maquette?
A Star Wars maquette, yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably be Bib Fortuna.
Yeah. No, I don't know about that, but I'm
It's
sure.
weird that they haven't, because they've had.
Yeah, they announced it a while back. Yeah, I think what Tom had said is that they're spreading out the Phil Tippett signatures. I think Bib Fortuna is also Phil Tippett. I want to say. I may be wrong, but he wanted to like spread them out, so it's not like Phil Tippett.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, Phil Tippett. Did you? I don't know if you've been on Instagram recently, but he collaborated with me on my Wampa post, and I was like,
Oh,
whoa.
very cool.
Yeah, so like if you click on the Wampa post that I did, like the pictures,
Yeah,
like me and Phil Tippett,
badass.
like together. Yeah, I was
Nice.
like, that's really cool. It's like, um, but yeah, you know what happened just recently with my today? Actually, I found out with my TikTok, my TikTok. My one of my friends was like, he was like, hey, like I can't find you on TikTok anymore. I was like, wait, that's weird. So apparently, like when you type in on TikTok the word replicas, it immediately like there's a screen that comes up and it's like trying to protect consumers from bootleg stuff and this and that because of the word replicas.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, oh, what the hell? Like, so I was just like, that just sucks because that's they don't know the basically the it is. It's like a term of art with this stuff, right? With like
Yeah,
the Star
yeah,
Wars
yeah.
stuff and
So
the
what does
movies.
that mean with your page?
No, I mean it's still there. Like it's still there. I just
Oh, but if
you
somebody types in Star Wars replicas,
right replicas. You can't find me. Which I also kind of I thought about. And I was like, oh, that's probably why. Like I recently like there was a time where I was growing and growing and growing and growing, and then I hit that 500,000, and then I just like kind of stopped. And I was always curious about that. I was like, that makes no sense. Like, how come I'm still not growing on TikTok? That might have been part of it, right? Is that they think I'm a like the algorithm for some reason thinks I'm a
Mm.
like a bootleg account. Like I'm trying to sell replica stuff.
Can you get a hold of them and talk to them about it or no?
I tried. I've tried sending, tried sending emails and trying to
Let
figure
them
it out.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
You know, I know I saw David was on the show tonight. Hey, what's up, Matt?
What's up, Matt?
Trusty Matt. So, anyways, we talked a couple weekends back, episodes in regards to um, some of our artists that are on the show, and me getting some of their art and
Mm,
displaying their art at Dark Side for sale.
yeah.
And the process has already started. I've already received several prints, and then so I'm looking forward to, you know,
Yeah.
you know, showing these artists that we know and selling their art through Dark Side. I'm excited about it, and it's an honor. So
And you gotta be extra nice to Michael for proper placement of your artwork, or else he's gonna go in the bathroom and be
yeah,
like, "For sale."
Marcel, we ought to do an exclusive through Dark Side
Ooh, that'd be great.
prints. So I mean, we can discuss something. So. But yeah, I'm looking forward to where they're going to be in Yen's room, the Java room. There's a lot of wall space to
Yeah,
display these, and they're all going to be with matted and stuff. And
nice.
there's other places in the restaurant that we can display some of the art. The biggest thing is when I get the art, selling it and not keeping it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's such badass work.
yeah, yeah.
You know.
I
But I want
know.
to have a diverse, a variety of different, stuff, not just Star Wars,
Yeah,
if it's Back to the Future or if it's
yeah,
Tron or, just something.
yeah. That's the frustrating part for me too. That like I have a lot of great artwork and like so much stuff, and I just don't have anywhere to put. Like actually, like Marcel's. Like I bought the Emperor. I have the signature Emperor, right? The big boy, and I can't put. I haven't even opened it. I gotta. Marcel told me I should open it to make sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Which
don't.
one is it?
The Emperor one,
Oh,
but it's the big one. It's like
oh
I
shit.
forgot the size, but yeah,
Oh yeah. You haven't opened it?
Mm-mm.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's the one with the signature with
Man, the sheets are real nice.
yeah.
Hey, did you see David's art print of all the maquettes?
Yeah, that thing
Dude,
is
that's
that's a
really inside the box, dude. And he does that all the time.
yeah.
But it's really cool because it's a print. I guess this is a famous photographer that shoots for like National Geographic, and
Mhm.
he reached out and got a hold of him, and was able to purchase a print, not cheap either. And man, it's a badass print. It's
It is.
probably one of the coolest ones I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No.
and he was real cool. He goes, "I'll give you the contact if you want to get one." I'm like, dude, that's fucking cool, because.
Yeah.
But it really looked good, and I loved his color choice of the mat.
Yeah, with that reddish
Yes.
greenish color. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's really seeing the
And
vibrant.
it's big.
I mean,
It's
I
a
wonder
big
what Tom Spina thought about if he got to see that. What he thought,
I think David might have reached out to him and
Oh, okay.
it was like
Yeah. Yeah.
um
He was like, "Don't make me make my own shit." You know what I mean?
yeah, right. Yeah, no, and David will. That's
Oh, I
the
know.
difference.
Yeah, if they don't come out with the Ewok, I'm gonna have to see if David
Yeah.
will do one for me.
Yeah, David actually sent me a picture, like a mock-up picture of the Wampa, like the Regal Robot Wampa, but on a stand, like on a actual like post. I
Uh-huh.
was like, damn, that looks great.
Mm. Is it
And
like it was a footage that he did,
just a
or
mock-up. Yeah, he took a picture and he like on Photoshop, he photoshopped it where it's like
oh,
I think I don't if David, are you still on? Is it okay if I show it? Let me see.
he doesn't care.
I mean, yeah. Let me text it. All right. But like I like the way he like that display a lot. I really do. Like to the point where maybe I might actually do that to mine. But the problem is the balancing, right? I don't know how how it
But was it something that you would have seen like in the film, like how it was displayed, like at the archives or something?
no, the archives is displayed kind of the same way that the Regal Robot one is.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that it just looks cool. Like the way he did it
Oh,
looks really, really, really cool. Like if Regal Robot would have offered it like that too, like I would have been
that'd
awesome.
be cool.
All right, give me a second because it's not.
Man, time flies.
I know it's already almost the second hour.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, give me a second. It's sending. We'll just show this and then we'll probably.
Yeah, no problem. And while you're doing that, I want to show everybody this. So there's an artist that we kind of talked about when we had Steve Neal, who worked very close with James Cameron, and he sent me. If any of you guys have been to Universal Studios in Florida and have seen the Terminator 3D, there, what do they call that? I forget the name of that, what it is, but oh yeah, that's badass.
Right, because like the fur kind of hangs down like that, like that's a good looking display.
Yeah,
Yeah. So.
Mm. Dude, that is cool. But anyway, his name's Michael, and he worked closely to James Cameron.
Mhm.
But this is an actual casted. Check this out. From Have you seen it, Gabe? Have you seen this?
Yeah, I think we saw it when we went there, like in 2018.
So this was on the miniature display that he did, and he cast this off of the same, and he's looking at possibly doing a run of the spiders.
Mm.
Those spiders are badass.
Yeah.
But I haven't talked to him. I reached out to him, but I haven't heard back from him. But a big thank you. This,
That's
it's
really cool.
yeah, it's a cool piece to have.
Yeah.
Cast out of the deal, and he made them all. I love the dioramas. That he sent me a picture of the set of the diorama that they used to shoot it.
Mm.
It's just really badass. Smells good too. But thank you. Man. That was really cool. Those are badass gifts, man. And then we got my buddy Jim. Remember that built me the laser blast?
Yeah.
Dude, he's building me the ship now.
Dang.
Dude, he's building.
You even have the whole
Listen,
thing.
I know. Listen, this is really cool. So he's building from the inside out. So he's got. I mean, this it's very accurate. So he's got. There wasn't a lot of photographs in the inside of Laser Blast, but there's a screen of the alien talking to the mother alien or whatever, and he recreated that interior. with little laser blast guns on the walls and shit. It's
Yeah.
badass. So it's cool. It's very clever because he's building it inside,
Mhm.
and then he'll build the outer shell to the accurate with the little greeblies. And
Yeah.
yeah, he's been very informative, and I'm very, very honored to. Yeah, it's going to be badass, but it's going to be almost 2.5 feet. It's pretty big.
Damn, you're gonna need just a space just to display your laser blast stuff.
I know. I love my laser blast shit. So, and anyways, we'll talk about it another time. But yeah, but it's exciting.
Yeah.
And then hopefully in April we'll have a couple Superman coming in.
No. You know,
Christopher Reeve Superman. Yeah,
can't have just one, Michael.
no, got to have a flying version and a standing version.
Have to. And then you're gonna have to get like the studio scale maquette, like the small one that they use.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about? Like
This-
you know,
Maquette, a Superman maquette?
yeah, there's like a little Superman maquette that they use here. Let me find it.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, I'm being serious.
I got that. What is that? J&D coming? Doesn't come any better than that. Those are badass. The third scale ones.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they actually used a real, like it was like a little flying maquette. Hold on.
I didn't know that.
Good night.
Hey, what are you doing? Look at the little
I know with the dog.
scruffy.
Let me see. I'll have to find it and send it to you.
Look at Lee. He's such a.
But yeah, for some of the flying shots, they used a little small miniature.
Yeah. Night, sweetie.
Bye. Good night. Goodbye.
Sleep tight, honey.
I love you.
Aw.
Good night. Careful. Yeah, I'll send you the pictures. I gotta find them. The Yorkie, yeah, it's a party Yorkie. I guess that's what they're called. Lee, yeah.
Yeah.
2 Supermans, 5 Wampas, 7 probe droids,
And a partridge in a pear
20
tree.
22 X-wings.
Oh, what a dick. He's right. He's right. He's incredible,
Ah,
I was nervous to tell him I got the Wampa. Like, what? You don't need it, He actually really tries to reason with me. But you know why he does that? Because he wants me buying a Ed 209, life size and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wants me going for the gusto. Not this little shit. So,
yeah.
but
Well, cool, man. Well, anything else before we wrap it up?
now I'm looking forward to showing everybody this next week my Star Wars statue. I love that thing. I'm looking forward to it. Lee's going to regret that he sold it to me. So yeah, that's going to be cool.
Well, cool, man.
So yeah, man.
All right.
It's always great hanging out with everybody, and I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend. And yeah, so we'll shoot for next Saturday for the official date. And I sure hope that a lot of you guys can make it. And obviously, if you can't, I understand. But we are making it where it's going to be convenient. It's going to be on a Saturday. And it's going to be good. So
Cool. All right. Well, until next week.
So may the force be with everybody.
There we go.
Okay. All right, buddy. Good seeing you, Gabe. Everybody, you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you in the next one.